When will StarLink activation restart in 2026? That's a question a lot of people in Jamaica are asking for two main reasons. One, they want to know when speeds will be back to normal. And two, persons who are looking to order and also activate terminals they have. Now, people have been speculating that by March 2026, reactivation should start. But is that time frame really realistic? Let's break it down for you now, okay? Welcome back to 24.Windsor, and please like this video and also subscribe. Thanks. In my past video, I explained that for StarLink to increase capacity, the main thing they must do is add more satellite to their constellation. Well, this is not a simple process that gets done in a day. So what I will try to do is to explain what is required to add more satellites, and based on that, try to figure out when we should be back to normal. StarLink satellites are launched by SpaceX, the parent company. And SpaceX is on a roll right now, launching a batch of 23 to 29 satellites multiple times per week. In 2025 alone, StarLink did about 150 StarLink missions, launching more than 3,000 satellites. That's a lot of satellites in 1 year. Now, if you're interested, SpaceX launch schedule is posted on their website. And it shows all the upcoming launches. And the good thing about this is that if you're interested, the launches are streamed live. Okay, so these are the stages a StarLink satellite must go through from the time it's launched to the time capacity opens up for existing customers and also for new activations. The first stage is launch and initial deployment. For launch, a stack of StarLink satellites is stored in the top section of the rocket. After liftoff, the satellites are released in an initial low Earth orbit, which is between 250 to 300 kilometers in space. This stage from launch to deployment of the satellites takes about 1.5 hours. So basically it happens in the same day. The second stage is initial checkout and power up. For this stage, the satellites wake up, deploy their solar arrays or solar panels, stabilize their position to make sure that they are pointing in the right direction. Then they establish communication with the ground station. This stage takes 1 to 7 days. The third stage, orbit raising and spreading out, takes the longest. The satellites slowly raise their altitude to an operational 550 kilometers while spreading apart into their assigned position across the sky. A full batch of StarLink satellites can take 3 to 6 months to be completely ready. Now, because not all the satellites in the batch will be going in the same orbit, groups of these satellites could be ready at different times to move to the next stage of activation. Let's look at it this way. It's like you have a fleet of trucks leaving from their home base to deliver products in different cities. While the overall objective is to deliver all the products to your customers, the trucks will arrive at their respective destinations and complete their objective at different times. This is the same with the StarLink satellites. As soon as one gets to its operational orbit, it moves to the next stage of activation. The final stage, testing and integration. This is when final communication checks are done. If everything checks out, the satellites are then added to the constellation. This takes 1 to 4 weeks. So what is this telling us? StarLink satellites can take over 6 months from the time they are launched to the time they are contributing to the network and providing service to SpaceX customers. But because these batches happen so often and each batch takes some time to be fully activated, capacity is building gradually over time, resulting in gradual improvement in network performance. This means that satellites launched in October or November in 2025 could be coming on stream now in January. This should be good for existing customers, where over the next couple of months, they'll see gradual improvement in their network speed. However, for new activations, those may have to wait a few more months until speed returns to normal levels for existing customers and after excess capacity is added. This is why March or April in 2026 could be a good estimate for new activations. What do you think? Please drop your thoughts in the comments. People, what I've indicated may happen is based on a couple of things. One, the current situation in Jamaica, where there are no new activations and customers of StarLink are complaining about network performance. Two, the frequency at which SpaceX is launching new satellites. And 3, an assumption that actions that SpaceX will take will be based on improving customer satisfaction for their existing customers. If revenue is a priority for SpaceX, then that would be a whole different story, and you may see new activations starting much earlier. What do you think? So to summarize, 1, StarLink satellites can take up to 6 months before they actually start to contribute to the network. Capacity is being added gradually as new satellites come online. I expect that existing customers will see proper, I don't want to say significant, proper performance improvement before new activations restart. I estimate that March or April 2026 is when new activations will restart. Now, these are 2 additional points I'd love to make that could also impact on this time frame. 1, there are also countries like in Africa where capacity is sold out, so they are also waiting for additional capacity to come online. And 2, when satellites are launched, some of these satellites are to replace older satellites that are at end of life. So these satellites may not contribute significantly to boosting capacity of the constellation. So those are my thoughts. I'd love to know what you think, so you can share it in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. If you can, please follow us for updates, and also like this video so YouTube will share it with others. Until next time, blessings. Sorry, orbit raising and spreading out. The third stage, the third stage, orbit raising and spreading out.